is Dino. It's a game 10, and yeah, I'm very excited about this game. It's a interesting game, really interesting. Some new ideas. And in this game, white won. We're gonna start with e4, standard move. White player was Tarrasch, and he was really good player. And you will see his actually variation e6. So this is gonna be French defense, and you're gonna see, of course, Tarrasch variation of this opening. So e6, preparing d5, opening up these pieces, and this looks kind of passive, but it is a very potent weapon. This French defense is a dangerous opening. So d4, putting two pawns in the center, very useful. And now d5, striking in the center. Of course, that's what you should do. And now you don't have to pause the video. Tarrasch played knight to d2, which is this is his variation, and has a name, of course. It is named after him. Really interesting, I guess, way to play this defense. And the idea is that he doesn't wanna put his knight here because it can be pinned by this bishop, and he wants to avoid that. And also, if this pawn get pushed, he wants to play c3 and preserve these pawns in the center, these two pawns in the center. That's why he wants to put his knight here. The next move was knight f6, attacking this pawn. And now, what would you do for white? Pause the video. Tarrasch played e5. So this is kind of a breaking the rules too, because you want to keep these pawns here and have a good central, I guess, control. And if you advance one of these pawns, then they are kind of becoming weak and vulnerable for attacks. So that's why you don't want to move them. But in this case, you always, when you play the move, you want to think about advantages and disadvantages of this move. As I said, disadvantages are that you are weakening the central, I guess, control. But advantages is that this knight is now gonna have to go maybe here, and is gonna block its pieces, and you have more I guess, space, and the black is gonna have a problem in developing because he has a little bit cramped position. So that's the disadvantage of that move. So you I guess count advantages and disadvantages, and then you decide from there. So knight d7, going back. And now what would you do for black? For white? Pause video. It is bishop d3, developing the bishop on a good position. Why develop bishop first? Because you want to develop pieces that you know where they belong, So this bishop 99% is going to get to this square, so why not develop it? And as this knight, maybe he can go here, maybe he can go here. So you don't know, maybe you want to push this pawn and you don't want to develop this knight here, so you can push your pawn or something like that. That's the general rule. So now c5, I guess classic move in this setup, in this French defense. Of course, it is good for black to put a pressure on the center with this move. Now what do you do here? Pause the video. It is of course c3, maintaining this pawn chain. Now knight c6, threatening to take and developing a piece, of course. And how do you respond? Pause the video. It is knight to e2. So it is interesting that white is developing both his knights here instead of, I guess, on the standard squares f3 and c3. But in this particular position, it is better to develop it here because this knight is going to go here. So this knight belongs here, and also if you go here, then if he plays this, how do you actually protect this pawn? I really don't see a way to protect this pawn. So that's why it is better to play here. Now queen b6 and attacking again this pawn. And now this pawn needs to be protected. And of course, what do you play? Pause the video. It is knight f6, of course, protecting this pawn, and also I guess making a room for this bishop to get into the game. Now bishop e7, developing a piece. And it was better, it was much better for black to try to break the center immediately with this move. And of course, probably we are forced to do this. And then black is gonna have a square here to go with the bishop, instead of kind of playing passively here. So now pause the video. What's the next move? It is castling, of course. It is time to castle, and now black does the same. And again, it was probably better to again try to break the center. But black is making another mistake, and it is going to, as you will see, it is going to cost him a game. And now pause the video. Try to think how to prevent black to play this move now. How to not allow him to kind of make his position a little bit better with this move, because this move is key in this kind of positions. Pause the video. It is knight f4. Now black cannot push this pawn because you are going to take this pawn, and also you are developing a piece on a good square. I was thinking when I was analyzing the position, maybe I should somehow develop this bishop, but of course I should protect this pawn first. Then I was thinking maybe I should play this and then maybe put a bishop here or here. But this is an interesting idea too. You are trying to prevent black to play f6, and I guess that's a good idea. Knight to d8. Black is realizing that he should try to free his position. I guess make his position a little bit better by playing f6, and he's now trying to do that. He's protecting this, and let's see how this is continuing. Pause the video. What's the next move for white? How he should proceed? It is queen c2. And this move is not only attacking this pawn, as we have seen in some other video, but also trying to provoke black, which is much more important, to provoke black to move some of these pawns and weaken the defense of the king. f5. Probably the best try, because if white plays h3 or h6 or g6, he's making, I guess, again his queen vulnerable, and he maybe, let's say he plays g6, it's gonna be much harder for him to play this move, because we're gonna probably have sacrifice here and get a really good attack. So instead he plays f6, f5, and what would you do for white? Pause the video. Takes. White takes because it is good for a side that has better developed pieces, more active pieces, to open up the position so we can attack. So it's good for us to take. And now after knight f6, what do you think white should do here? Pause the video. It is really interesting move, and I like it a lot. Knight g5. When I was analyzing the game, I thought, what after this move? And that's why I thought it's not that move. But after this move, pause the video. How white is destroying black after this. Check and checkmate. Really interesting. Look at this. Look at this mate. It's beautiful. So instead, black must play g6. Now, what do you play? Pause the video. Of course, you take here. It's pretty obviously you should take and destroy all pawns that were covering the king. Now king is in really dangerous situation. King h8, only move. And now how do we finish up the black king? Queen h6. And now, what's the next move? What's the idea with this move? Pause the video. It is knight g6. And knight g6 is not only threatening mate on this square, it is also threatening to take this bishop and finish up the game. Also, when I was analyzing, let me tell you, I thought, how are we winning with this move? I thought this knight is going to go here and attack the queen and also protect, but I guess I am in the process of improving too, so I didn't see that we are just taking here and checkmating our opponent. So that would be it. I'm not gonna go back like in the previous videos, because you can go yourself back and see the game and review it. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.